You can tell a man's age by his shoes. Not the number on his driver's license, but how current, how sharp, how awake he looks when he walks into a room. After 50, the wrong shoe makes you look tired, dated, and heavier. The right one makes you look modern, powerful, and in control. Today we're putting two classics head-to-head, derbies versus loafers. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which style makes you look more modern after 50. You'll understand when to reach for a derby, when a loafer is stronger, and how to avoid looking like you're stuck in the past. You'll see how a few small details in your shoes can change how people read your age, your energy, and your status. Most important, you'll walk away with clear, simple rules you can use every time you get dressed. Let's start with what each shoe really says about you. The quiet power of the modern derby. A derby is a lace-up shoe with open lacing. That simple detail gives it a slightly more relaxed, modern attitude than a traditional Oxford. On a man over 50, that matters. A clean, well-proportioned derby says you're mature, but not rigid. You understand tradition, but you're not trapped by it. The most modern derbies for men our age are simple and uncluttered. Think smooth leather, minimal stitching, and a rounded but not bulbous toe. No heavy broguing everywhere, no square cartoon toes. You want a shoe that looks like it belongs in this decade, not 1998. That's how a derby keeps you looking current instead of conservative and dusty. Color is where a lot of men over 50 go wrong. A shiny, orange-brown derby with thick contrast stitching screams outdated business casual. A deep chocolate brown or rich espresso suede derby, on the other hand, feels refined and modern. Black derbies in a sleek shape can be powerful too, especially for city environments or evening. The key is depth and simplicity, not bright, attention-seeking leather. When you pair a modern derby with dark jeans, a crisp shirt, and a lightweight jacket, something happens. You instantly step out of the retired dad category and into the quietly successful one. The laces add a touch of structure that flatters a body that may not be as lean as it once was. They anchor your outfit, give you presence, and make even a simple look feel intentional. That's the quiet power of a well-chosen derby. What loafers really say after 50. Loafers are slip-on shoes, and that alone sends a message. No laces, no fuss, easy on, easy off. On a younger man, that can read as relaxed and playful. On a man over 50, it can go two very different ways. Either sharp and effortless, or lazy and sloppy. The wrong loafer on an older man is brutal. Chunky, overly padded, square-toed loafers instantly age you. They look like comfort shoes, not style. Combine that with light khakis and a baggy polo, and you disappear in the crowd. You don't look relaxed, you look like you stopped caring. But a well-chosen loafer can be incredibly modern. A slim, slightly elongated penny loafer in dark brown or black leather looks sharp with tailored trousers. A suede loafer in a deep brown or tobacco tone pairs beautifully with dark jeans. The shape must be clean, the sole not too thick, and the shine under control. Then the loafer says, I'm comfortable, but I still have standards. The challenge is that loafers are naturally more casual and soft. If your posture, your trousers, or your jacket are also soft and slouchy, everything collapses. That's when loafers make you look older and heavier. To pull them off after 50, you need sharper lines in the rest of your look. Otherwise, they work against you, while a derby would have quietly held everything together. Why derbies often look more current on mature men? When you're over 50, structure is your friend. Our faces soften, our midsection fills out, and everything gets a bit rounder. A derby, with its lacing and defined shape, adds just enough structure to balance that. It straightens the eye and gives your whole frame more intention. That's a big reason derbies often look more modern on older men. Think about a dark, slim derby with dark denim and a simple sweater. The shoe anchors the outfit, keeps it from drifting into weekend dad territory. The laces and the cleaner shape make the look feel put together without being stiff. It doesn't look like you're trying to be 25. It looks like you know exactly who you are right now. Loafers, by contrast, remove that structure. They're lower on the foot, more open, and visually lighter. On a lean, younger frame, that can look easy and effortless. On a heavier or softer frame, it can look like everything is sinking. You lose that strong visual line from shoe to trouser. This doesn't mean loafers are off limits. It means the margin for error is smaller. With derbies, you get more forgiveness. The shoe does more of the work for you. It sharpens your outline and keeps your style from sliding into too relaxed and too old. That's why, if you want the safest modern choice after 50, the derby usually wins. The style traps that make both shoes look old. No matter how good the shoe, the wrong details will age you instantly. For derbies, the first trap is the toe. An exaggerated square toe or a super pointy toe both look dated. You want a rounded, slightly elongated toe, elegant, but not theatrical. That shape is timeless and always reads current. The second trap is the sole. Ultra-thick, rubbery soles with loud contrast colors belong on hiking boots, not city shoes. On a man over 50, they look clumsy and heavy. A slimmer leather sole or a discreet rubber sole looks sharper and more refined. You still get comfort, but you don't sacrifice elegance. For loafers, the traps are even more common. Chunky mock-toe seams, oversized tassels, and shiny, plastic-looking leather are the fastest way to look like you've had the same shoes for 20 years. Add visible white athletic socks and the damage is complete. It's not just old-fashioned, it looks careless. The solution is simple. Choose cleaner uppers, deeper colors, and subtle details. With both derbies and loafers, avoid anything that screams trend or comfort brand billboard. You want shoes that could have looked good 10 years ago and will still look good 10 years from now. That kind of restraint is what makes a man over 50 look modern, not desperate. Outfit battles, when derbies win, when loafers win. Let's put these shoes into real situations. You're going to a nice dinner, maybe a birthday or an anniversary. You're wearing dark jeans or wool trousers and a long-sleeve shirt. Which shoe makes you look more modern? 9 times out of 10, a sleek derby is the better move. The derby adds just the right amount of formality. It tells people you respect the occasion, but you're not overdressed. It works with a sports jacket if you want one, or just a shirt and a good belt. You look like a man who still belongs in the room where things happen. Not like someone who wandered in from the golf course by accident. Now imagine a relaxed summer evening. Lightweight chinos, a polo, or a linen shirt, maybe no jacket. Here, a well-chosen loafer can beat the derby. Especially in suede. The slip-on style matches the ease of the outfit without looking sloppy. The key is contrast. When the rest of your outfit is already soft and casual, a loafer can be perfect. But if your trousers are sharp, your shirt is crisp, and the setting is more serious, the derby usually wins. It keeps your look aligned with the mood of the event. So when you're unsure, ask yourself, is this more relaxed and structured, or the other way around? Let that answer guide which shoe you pick. Comfort, fit, and the reality of aging feet. After 50, comfort is not a luxury. Your feet have carried you for decades. You might have wider feet, fallen arches, or old injuries. So the question becomes, can derbies or loafers give you comfort without killing your style? The answer is yes, but you have to be deliberate. Derbies usually have an advantage in fit. The open lacing lets you adjust the shoe across the top of your foot. If your feet swell during the day or you have a higher instep, this matters. You can loosen or tighten as needed and still keep a clean look. That makes derbies a strong everyday choice for most men over 50. Loafers are less forgiving. If they're even slightly too loose, they slip. Too tight, and they crush your toes. You need to get the fit almost perfect, and that often means trying several brands and sizes. Once you find the right one, they can be very comfortable, but the search is longer. Here's the modern move. Prioritize a great pair of derbies as your main shoe, with proper cushioning and a quality insole if needed. Then add one pair of loafers once you've dialed in your sizing. That way, you never have to choose between looking sharp and being able to walk without pain. Comfort and style can coexist, but only if you refuse those clunky comfort shoes that steal your presence. Building a sharp rotation after 50. If you want to look modern, you don't need 10 pairs of shoes. You need the right 3 or 4. And derbies should sit at the center of that rotation. They're the workhorse that quietly makes almost every outfit look better. Start there, then add loafers with precision. A black or dark brown leather derby covers your serious moments. Dinners, meetings, events, even more formal occasions. A brown suede derby handles smart casual, dark jeans, chinos, casual jackets. Between those two, you can walk into almost any room and look appropriate, sharp, and current. No drama, no guessing. Then, bring in loafers as your relaxed weapon. Maybe a dark brown suede penny loafer for summer evenings and travel. You wear them when the setting is softer, the dress code is lighter, and you want that easy, slip-on feel. But they're supporting players, not the star. Your derbies still do the heavy lifting of keeping you grounded and refined. This kind of focused rotation saves you money and mental energy. Instead of a closet full of random shoes you don't love, you have a small lineup that always works. Every pair earns its place. And every time you look down, you see a man who hasn't given up on himself. That's what real modern style looks like after 50, controlled, intentional, and quietly impressive. So, which shoe makes you look more modern? If you've been paying attention, you already know the answer. For most men over 50, a clean, well-shaped derby will make you look more modern, more often than a loafer. It gives you structure, presence, and versatility. It works with the reality of an aging body instead of fighting against it. And it keeps you out of that dangerous too relaxed, too old territory. Loafers still have their place. Used wisely, they can add ease and elegance to your more casual looks. But they require more discipline. The wrong pair, with the wrong outfit, will age you fast. So think of loafers as a spice, not the main dish. Enjoy them, but don't lean on them for every situation. Your next move is simple. Look at the shoes you already own.